Rise and shine. Good morning. It's 11 a.m. though. That's morning for me on the weekends and any other day. How's the outside? Still noisy, but forces have been deployed to take care of most of them at least. How so? Zaibatsu Corp's president is pleading with anyone to stop the rogue White Knights. Neighboring city forces were deployed quickly and have subdued most of the opposition. There have also been reports of White Knights just freezing like they were petrified somehow. Make it sound like some god suddenly decided to put everyone in its place. Well, I'm just glad no bullets are flying in and out of this whole building. Sure, there's still some bad apples out, and it's not really safe yet, but it's no worse. It's worse. It was worse last night. There's also seems to be civilians force lynching any White Knight they spot. Well, hopefully Sai's all right. But then she was locked in the bank, I think. So, not only are the White Knights a problem, regular folk are on edge too. Wonder if Sai's okay. Yeah, that's what I thought too. Should we be worried about Gil? That kid knows how to take care of himself. I'm sure that, whatever it is that he's doing, he's safe. Dare I say even safer wherever he is than here. Well, I sure hope so. I even hope so, even. Are we going to work today? Nah, things are too nasty right now. Let's take Sunday off. Alright. Say, do you want me to help you get to your apartment? Actually, yeah, I'd kind of appreciate it. Okay, then, let's lock things up and we'll go. We'll grab something for lunch on the way. Sounds good. And here we are. Home sweet home. Thanks a lot. Hey boss, want to hang out for a bit? Huh? Yeah, grab a beer, chill out for a bit, mostly to thank you for your helping me. Well, I don't have much to do anyway, so sure. I did tell you should invite me to your apartment sometime, didn't I? Oh yeah, you did. What worries me a bit is that beer always leads to something else. To more beer? I was going to say to one of us going through the Spanish announcer's table. But I think we're safe here. Come on in then. Excuse me. Want one? Sorry, I don't smoke. Don't mind me though, smoke if you want to. Thanks. Say, how is the chilly weather treating you? It gets cold from time to time, but nothing the Katsu and the heater can't fix. Oh, right, boss. You're not very good with cold, are you? You know it. You didn't bring your jacket here either. Yeah, I left it at home when going to the bar yesterday. It wasn't that cold, and I didn't expect to spend the night at the bar. Would you like a sweater or something? Oh, don't mind me. I insist, I have these hoodies for some time ago, and it was too big for me. Why buy it then? It was dirt cheap! Right. Wait, where did you get this one? Dunno, some flea market ages ago. Why? Nothing, it's just like one I had many years ago. What happened to it? Too much use, it just ripped. I see. You can keep it if you want, I never use it anyway. We'll see. Come to think of it, how old are you, boss? I'm eternally 17. Fair enough, 17 plus how much? 17 plus I don't have to cut your tongue if you knew. Or I'd have to cut your tongue if you knew. Alright then. Let me go change into something more comfortable. Take your time. Say, Jill, there's a blue-eyed mess of a black fur glaring in my general direction. Huh? Oh, that's just Foray. He's just wary of any new visitors. Cats will, be cats, I guess. He'll warm up quickly enough. Just, give him time. He's unusual looking. Blue eyes on a black cat, they're usually green. Yeah, weird, huh? At first I thought they were like that because he was small, but they never changed. Do you have any pets, boss? Back at home we had a bear. I said, what? A bear? Good old Bosco. He kept intruders away. Better than any dog. Right. This picture here isn't something you see every day. What? Me taking such a sappy pic? No, a framed picture of on printed paper. It's so vintage. Who are these? That's the one on the right is Lenora, my ex-girlfriend. The one on the left is Gabriella, her sister. Huh? Is this pic recent, or... Actually, that one's from 3 or 4 years ago. You look exactly the same. I'm only 27. What do you expect? That's why they say kids are the ones that get old. I thought it was recent because you don't usually see people display pictures of their exes so openly. Let alone a printed, one on it and frame one at that. Did you two break up on good terms then? You even hesitated a bit when you calling her your ex. Let's just say that everything ended with both of us saying mean things. And me storming out of her house, breaking a couple of things on the way out. We never broke up formally, and I guess I still have feelings for her. I just went away, haven't said a word since. Really? That's hard to picture you doing such a thing, and you look so happy in the pic. Why have her pick out like this then? I just couldn't get my mind off something that Alma said to me about missing having the warmth of someone else pressed against your side, using them as a pillow, mixing your perfume with theirs, putting your hand or your head on their chest, listening to their breathing as they pet your head, dozing off knowing they're there, watching you, protecting you. I don't know, I felt nostalgic, then miserable. I'll just put this away. I've been meaning to apologize, but I feel like it's too late now. Whenever I go out, there's these fear in the back of my head that I'll meet her in the street. I just don't know if I could face her again, let alone talk to her. I'd be a mess. It's never too late to apologize, Jill. Maybe. What's that on the table? Looks like an It's nothing, no, please give that to me. Lope. Alright. I saw nothing, don't worry. Anyway, let's grab some beers. Well, guide me to the beers then. Damn, you have lots of beer. Well, the BTC gives me discounts and a point card I can use every time I buy their alcohol. I was looking at that. That's the Kiramiki concert. Cans left, beer, remaining beer 100%. Okay. With that, beer is actually the cheapest drink I can get. Is there any difference between the drinks at the bar and these? The drinks at the bar are more addictive, flavorful, and also stronger than the ones they sell in the stores. And besides, the one in the bar is more of a double IPA. This one's more of a Pilsner. In English, please. This one's lighter in color and lighter in flavor. Don't know, it doesn't taste like, that light to me. Is this one made with that, what was the name of the base liquid you used at the bar again? Neutrogenic dichromater NDL. It was a supplement or something, right? It was an experimental fluid they created to replace water when the maiden kiss polluted water supplies. The effect of the pollution turned out to be temporary, so NDL never went into mass production. But the BTC still commissioned it for use in bars. And is this one made with it? Let's see. Yep, here it is. Near the end, NDL and cornstarch. Cornstarch? It serves as a stabilizer. If I remember correctly, they need it for packaged drinks. I see. And I just realized something. What? You're a nerd, Jill. Guilty as charged. Let me see, can I drink this? Okay, so I can either go through that and... Let's drink my beer here. New beer. I still have that bottle of rum somewhere around here. Do you want some of it? Will you have some too? Not really, no. Then leave it like that. I'm not letting you drink beer alone. That's not how drinking with friend works. Do you consider me a friend then, boss? Why wouldn't I? I don't know. What with being my boss and all, I was never too sure. Well, in case you had your doubts, yes, I consider you one of my best friends. Besides, you and Gil are always so diligent and responsible that I'm boss in name only, really. Well, that's good to know. On a side note, it surprises me you keep that poster of me in the room. Even more that you hung it in plain sight. When I gave it to you, it was more or less of a joke, you know? Does it make you uncomfortable, boss? If it doesn't make you uncomfortable, why would it make me uncomfortable? It's my own face. I'm still wondering why you did it, though. Aside from filling an empty spot in the wall, I don't know. I thought it was funny, too. I guess it's like if someone gave you, dunno, a dildo-shaped trophy or something and you had it there as a conversation starter. Although, no one comes here anyway, so it's kinda pointless. What, no steamy nights of passion? Not since a year ago, I think, and I'd rather not talk about what happened then. And did someone hurt you? Because if they did, I can dish out the pain. No, nothing of the sort. Different kind of mess. Uncomfortable mess. Not being able to have sex for reasons mess. Glad to know you have my back, though. Well, that's what friends are for. Wait, you talk about the poster and compare it to having a dildo-shaped trophy? Did you just call me a dildo face? That's what friends are for. Yes, friends are there to call you dildo face. Hey, Jill, where did you get that the black 4 ball? Well, with any black cat or house cat in general, he actually a stray. I found him in an alley near the building not long after I moved here, I think. I see. It was, quite the sight, though. He was cornered by all these dogs, but they were keeping their distance. He was, holding his ground, hissing and scratching as much as he could. There was a fried chicken bucket nearby that had some rainwater in it, so I threw the water over the dogs. They ran, and I figured the cat's mom would be nearby, so I left. Then I noticed people looking in my direction as I walked. Turns out the little shit started following me. So you brought it home? At first I wanted to see if I could find him a new home, but having him welcome me whenever I came back was just too much for my heart, so he ended up staying. It was destiny, girl. When he came, he was, so cute, though. He's not like that fat mess that's sleeping on the table. Hey, you're not a spring chicken yourself, you know. Oh. Shit, I actually did that in front of someone else. Oh. Anyway. Don't anyway me. Do you normally speak for your cat like that? Maybe. Awkward drink. And new beer. I wonder if Gil is alright. You worried about him? Make it sound like I'm some emotionless robot. He can be kinda hard to read, Jill. I wouldn't worry about Gil so much, though. There's 3 things I know for certain about him. First, he can take care of himself. Second, you can sincerely trust him. And third, he absolutely hates bell peppers. But bell peppers are so good. He does? I've seen him even reject food that has been in contact with it. Man, what a baby. Unless he's allergic or something. He's not. Man, what a baby. How did you meet such a guy? He showed up in the door of the bar. He what? Well, it was shortly after the whole incident with Robert and the levitation potion. He drank fizzy lifting drink. Right, levitation potion. It was a slow day and he just showed up at the bar. I offered him a drink, but he said he didn't have any money on him. I couldn't leave him alone, so I pretty much gave the drink to him for free. And after a couple, he broke down crying. Huh? I don't know what he did, but he was really regretting it. He wanted a second chance or whatever, and I told him if he could wash himself up, I'd find him a job. And I'll be damned, he looked totally different the next day. Damn. I tried and failed to find out anything about him. So I decided to take him at face value. I judge him from what he did as an employee. And aside from the occasional sudden escapade, he's been as loyal gets. I returned the favor in kind, covering his ass from time to time, sometimes literally. What surprises me is that you took him in so easily. I can take care of myself, and I always keep an eye on him. And besides, after the whole Robert thing, I couldn't ignore someone that, desperate so easily. I see. You've made the bar more lively yourself, you know. How so? Well, with the regulars you've earned, of course. Like that blonde titty hacker, I can't remember her name. Alma? I was going to say Armitage. Another reference. Well, she's hot, I'll give her that much. She's also a nice person in general, but damn is she hot. You alright, Jill? Well, I'm working on my 6th beer. Yeah, why? It's weird seeing you say so openly that someone's hot. What, even you can see she has a hot bod, boss? You'll find no objections here. I mean, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't thought about taking her to the room and... Jill, you sure you aren't drunk? I am. I mean, I'm sure I'm not. I mean... But those are thoughts. I leave to myself. Except when I'm drunk and speaking to my boss. I don't think I could handle her in a relationship. She has weird standards. That and she's as straight gets. She's still a lovely person, though, but she's become a regular as, her becoming a regular is a blessing. Any regular is a blessing when you get down to it. There's also that sex worker robot girl. Dorothy. She intrigues me, though. I've seen a lot of sex workers over the years, and she seems pretty giddy. It's not that she likes her job, but rather that she takes to it with such childish excitement. I've kind of noticed that too, but then again, the Liams are kind of weird sometimes. You think? The Liams operate in some really foreign logic. I mean, they don't really share our fears of mortality. And apparently morality even too, according to Dorothy. Even if their bodies are destroyed, their minds are already backed up in the collective source. If they lose an arm, they can reattach it or replace it. Depending on the circumstances, they might not even feel pain at all. It's not like they haven't, attained human-level emotions like fear or love, but they're different. Like a different culture, if you must. Didn't see it that way. Aside from that, Dorothy is a DFC-72. It's a social interactions model or something. Limbs get, positive reinforcement straight from their bodies if they're fulfilling their main purpose, so I'm guessing she gets a built-in push whenever she's in the meaningful or challenging social interactions. Huh, interesting. The name Lilium is a bit weird, though. It is? You'd expect them to be called bots or dolls, but Lilium doesn't convey the image of automations. Just a tip, bots and dolls are considered slurs by them. Bots is akin to calling them retarded, and dolls is like calling them fake. Thanks for the advice. That aside, do you know why they're called Liliums? As far as I know, because they all came from the bigger AI called Lilith. Time for another beer. And Lilith's offspring in Jewish folk. What did I say about speaking? Folklore. Oh, cool. And my face is completely red. I am drunk. Hey, speaking of names, why don't you like being called by your full name? I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't act stupid. Back when you first transferred, I called you Julianne, and you almost tore me a new one with your glare. See? Like that. It's no big secret, but it's one of those things that feels silly when you say it out loud. Try me. Well, did you ever watch Model Warrior Julianne? Not all of it, but my little sister's a big fan of the reruns. Back when I was in elementary school, I was a huge fan of the show. I had everything from the dolls to the costume to the lunchboxes. It didn't help that it was one of those shows that got strapped literally everywhere. I saw a couple of episodes once, they were really nice. It was beyond nice. That show's about a model who can transform into an armor-clad magic knight. She fights demons born from greed and vanity. How the show presented Jules hating her job because it invented the enemies, and yet still found solace in trying to be a role model. Hell, the main character wasn't a kid. Juliana was an adult that became younger when transformed. I'd say it was a pretty ambitious kid show, even by today's standards. Just the fact that her enemies were literally, issues dealing with beauty standards of body image. Challenging as fuck. Whoa, you got it, excited there. And that is the problem. Back then I was obsessed with Jules. I sang the songs, dressed like her, I could even recite full chapters. Something tells me you still can. That's beside the point. It was nice while I was in elementary school, but then I went to middle school, and what a surprise, tweens are jackasses. They wanted out of their way to tease me about the things I did back then. I don't hold it against Jules, I just hold my grudge against those fuck jobs. Oh, sounds rough. You know how most girls worry about their thighs at that age? I worried about jerkasses singing the theme tune of the show to mock me. Anyway, every time someone calls me Juliana or Julies, I instinctively react negatively. Pavlov would be proud of me. Never talk about it because I find the whole thing too silly in retrospect. And yet it affects you even today. Well, there's nothing wrong with it though. It's actually kinda reasonable. I sure hope so. Come to think of it, what kind of kid were you, boss? When I was a toddler, I was the kid who always fight the kids bigger than me. Then puberty hit and I became the Merriam-Webster definition of shallow jerkweed. Around that time I turned 16, I realized what an idiot I was and went on to become who I am today. And the less I talk about those years from 12 to 15, the better. Fair enough. Say, boss, how do you like them men? 2D? 2D? Yeah, I don't mind anything as long as they think, that thing is cute or 2D. How about you? Drink. Back in high school, I liked them funny. In college, I liked them successful. After a while, I just wanted them stable. And now, I don't know. Stopped caring about them being funny. My high school boyfriend started conflating cheering me up with mocking me when I'm down. I also stopped caring about them being successful. I realized half the time they had no qualms about cheating with me or on me, and so I stopped caring about them being stable. I realized they were the kind of person I was trying not to become. Not become stable? There was this guy who became so obsessed with holding a stable job that he hated. He started being physically ill. Not only that, the last time I managed to get some, I ended up throwing the guy out. He took incredible offense with how I smoked on the bed after sex. The bed could catch fire, you know. Not you two. I kinda envy Alma for that. At least when she dumps a guy, it's for less petty reasons. Are you okay? I'm fine. It's just, it all boils down to the fact that I can't get my mind off Lenora lately. She was all of what I just said. She made me laugh, and she had a good position and was stable. She was also smart, caring, and why can't I get my mind off this whole thing? It's just maddening. Maybe I should go apologize. Maybe that will make me rest easier at night, get my mind off things for a while. I don't even care about going back to her, but... Hey, Jill, have you tried thinking about clothes for a foray? Clothes for... Listen, I know how you must feel, but you can't let all of that cloud your senses. Next time you feel overwhelmed by those thoughts, try distracting yourself. Like with, say, thinking what kind of clothes you'd put on foray. Yeah. You know, boss, I'm a bit curious about your circle of friends. What kind of people do you have in it? Keep in mind you're included in this circle too, so any insults you hurl will apply right back to you. Anyway, I have this friend I've known for a long time, a red-headed, glass-wearing gun nut called Iris. The one you called for the helmet thing? That's the one. She's managing a BTC bar in Panama right now, if I remember correctly. She manages a bar too? I got the idea from her, actually. Oh. It's called N1RV ANNA. If you thought this city was dangerous, you should see the people she has to deal with there. Piracy ain't nothing to fuck with. And means it was an annex to another business. What else does she do? I think the bar was originally her hotel's bar. She moved the bar to its own building elsewhere and opened N1RV Anna B in the hotel instead. That's a weird decision. I believe she said she wanted a place away from the noisy, rich tourists that go to the hotel. So the bar is her woman cave. Woman cave. That aside, let's see. Friends. I guess there's also my little sister, but that's a given. Oh, there's also my old partner from when I was with the Neo San Francisco police force. Good old Lexi. Should give her a call sometimes. Wait, you were in the what? I've done a lot of things, Jill. I spent a short time collaborating with the police force. I've been a wrestler, an MMA fighter, chimney cleaner, lumberjack, pet shop attendant, corporate mascot. Corporate what? I still see my face on some websites from time to time. Anyway, aside from you, Gil, my sister, Iris, and Lexi, I guess there's a lot of people that don't want to see me in harm's way. Mostly because they're the ones that want to hurt me. What about you? I guess I have acquaintances here and there. Back at home in college I went out a lot, but it felt more like going out was the pleasure rather than the people involved. Aside from you and Gil, my closest friends since moving here are Alma and Dorothy. I mean, sure, they're always Foray, but that's Cat's hermit that refuses to go out. And, you know, he's a cat. Hey, cats are fine too, you know? Okay, boss, I have to know. About what? About your arm! I'd rather not talk about it. Come on, I want to know how you got it. Fine. Yes? I had to use a couple of favors to get it, and I accepted no less than state-of-the-art tech. That's how I got it. That's technically correct, but come on! Why do you want to know how I got it? I just want to know more about you, boss. You're always so cool and awesome, and can you at least tell me if it does something cool? It does have a couple of utilities installed, yeah. There's an HDD in the forearm I use to save assorted data. It has a flashlight and a clock, but many prosthetics arms have those nowadays, kind of like watches. How do you feel when you lost it? To be honest, I was sad, but I was also satisfied. Yeah, I lost my dominant arm, but its sacrifice helped a bigger purpose. If I had to lose another limb to accomplish such a thing again, I'd totally do it. But of course, I just hope it doesn't come to that ever again. Now you're just teasing me. You'll hear nothing else from me, young lady. Well, almost got through that 6-pack or 12-pack. Wow, my electric bill sucks. 8,000 is needed. Jill is curious about a Dharma she saw. Getting one will prevent her from becoming too distracted. But we will leave that here. Oh, boss left the hoodie anyway. But, like I said, I will see you all next time. Until then...